Boy, oh boy, how things have just rapidly changed over the course of just this weekend. Hello gamers, welcome back to the channel. I am Robert Storms. Now, I've been away for a while. I was actually in South Carolina for a video game convention, and I just got back, and there's so many news that I missed since I was gone, and it looks like that this deal between Activision Blizzard King and Microsoft is now official. The FTC went to file their appeal. They got denied their appeal, which now leaves the door wide open for Xbox to close the deal with Activision, Blizzard, and King. They're still, at this time of the recording of this video, the CMA and Microsoft trying to work out a deal. But other than that, Microsoft is going to go and close this deal as quickly as possible. I wouldn't be surprised by the time this video is up, we find out that the deal is officially closed as of now. This is a massive win for Xbox and the Xbox community. This is a massive win for us fans of gaming. I believe whether you're a PlayStation fan, an Xbox fan, I think doesn't matter what side of the fence that you play your games on, I think this is a massive win for fans. And you're probably wondering, well, if you're a PlayStation fan, why is this a win for us? We didn't get anything. You're wrong. You absolutely did get something in this whole mess that we dealt with for the past almost 2 years at this point. Sony fans have now gotten the opportunity to once again compete, to be one of those great companies that I fell in love with during the PS2 and PS3 era. I feel like ever since Jim Ryan kind of took over the reins of the PlayStation universe, that he kind of just like went with the safe bet. Like, we're getting a Last of Us Part 2 remastered for some reason. You know, he relies so much on Call of Duty and The Last of Us and Horizon and God of War that we haven't got a lot of real classic games. Hopefully now with Xbox purchasing Activision Blizzard, that's going to force Sony to go back to the well. Give us these games like Killzone, Resistance, Fall of Man, Jack and Daxter. Go back to the well and give us some of these great games that Sony was known for. Now the competition is going to really rev up, and that's why I think it's a win for the gamers and win for the consumer. Whenever you have a company that is just right there at the top, they don't have to work as hard to keep people invested. They're number one. They don't have to work so hard. But when you're fighting from behind now, and I'm not suggesting Sony's fighting from behind, but what Microsoft and Xbox did was a massive Hail Mary play, which is now going to rattle the foundation of the PlayStation universe, now forcing Jim Ryan to actually start thinking outside of the box and actually try to compete, knowing that, hey, now we have some competition. We're going to lose the marketing rights to Call of Duty, and a lot of people are going to go to Xbox to play Call of Duty on Game Pass. That's something that is a real threat. So now Jim Ryan is actually going to have to put actual effort and actually start competing. And that was the whole point of the transaction between Activision and Microsoft, was they wanted to be able to compete. When you are someone who is number one, you don't have to try as hard. But now we're going to get competition. And that was something that Phil Spencer was trying to preach in court, was let's compete. Let's go ahead and compete. You have your PlayStation Plus. If you really want to compete with Game Pass, then compete. You have the ability to, but you are so far in the number one spot that Sony doesn't have to compete. Now there's time for them to compete. So I think this is a great deal all the way around. If you're an Xbox fan, it's a great deal because you're going to finally be able to take advantage of all these Activision Blizzard King games. If you are someone who's a PlayStation fan, I think this is a great time to be optimistic, because a lot of the titles that you have wanted to play that have been MIA for almost 2 generations, maybe they're finally going to come back, and I think that's a positive thing for everyone. Well, guys, that is just my thoughts on it, but I want to know what you guys think. Let's not get all caught up into the console war. I see grown men that I actually admire in the video game space just kind of like throwing shade out to the PlayStation fans, and I think that is just irresponsible. It's like, you're a grown man, you're in your 40s. Let's not talk about the console war. Can we just love games and love gaming? I think this is a massive win for everybody. Now we're going to get some great games, and hopefully that just makes the gaming industry much better. But that's just my opinion, guys. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you so much for watching.